everyone. So how many of you have watched the movie 12th Fail? Because if you haven't, spoiler alert, as I'm going to talk about a very specific scene in the movie which touched me deeply. And yeah, if that scene had not happened, I would not have been as impacted as I am right now by that movie. 12th Fail was a very beautiful movie because it was so humble in its storytelling and it was so realistic. And I know a lot of people who are like Manoj, the protagonist in the whole film, and I think I am also a bit like him, except from the extreme hard work he does, because I need to get to that level. I need to be that hardworking to call myself someone like Manoj. Otherwise, I'll do injustice to his whole character and to myself as well. So, okay. There's the scene which comes at the end of the movie, and yeah, I was waiting throughout the movie for that scene to happen, because in that scene Manoj achieves everything he wanted to achieve, and then he goes to this one office where the DSP is. I don't know if he was still the DSP by the end of the movie, but he was the DSP when Manoj met him for the first time. So the DSP is there, and DSP is like this. Manoj gives him his wedding invitation card, and the DSP is a bit confused, and Manoj tells him, "I think you don't remember me, sir." And the DSP is still confused, and he's like, and Manoj is like, "I'm the same guy whom you told to stop cheating, and here I am." And the DSP is like, how did this happen? And Manoj is like, "I stopped cheating." And that was a very wholesome scene. I loved that scene. And Manoj inspired me in different ways. I somehow wanted to be like Manoj. But the strange thing is, I have always wanted to be someone like the DSP more than the Manoj. Because the DSP ignited something in me which I always wanted. I always wanted to be an example to someone. I did not just want to give advice, which I try to give a lot of times, but I wanted to be an example. And if you just read my name is Namuna, and Namuna means an example. And it's not because of my name, it's a whole coincidence that I wanted to be an example and my name is an example. So I don't know, I think it's a coincidence, but I've always wanted to be someone to whom people would look and feel that they can also achieve things. But for that, I need to achieve a lot of things and become a better version than what I am right now. I know that. But it is one of my dreams, which I wanted to share with you all, that I have always wanted to be someone who helps at least one person to reach their full potential, whatever that is. I don't care if they remember me or not, like Manoj remembered the DSP, but I just wanted to be someone like that. Like in the movie, when Manoj meets the DSP, he is inspired by his whole character and his way of being, and he asks the DSP, "Sir, how can I be like you?" And the DSP answers him, "Well, if you want to be like me, you have to stop cheating." And the whole point of the movie begins from there. Manoj stops cheating, Manoj fails again, and then he finally graduates, and then he finally goes for the exam, and the whole journey begins from there. I think Manoj meeting the DSP is the intermission of the whole film. It happens in the beginning of the movie, but I think it is the intermission. It is where the course of Manoj's life changes. And I always wanted to be someone that when people would meet me, anybody, their course of life would also change in a good way. Not because I have given them some advice or something like that, just because of my being, just because of my life. I wanted my life to be an example. I wanted my behavior, my manners, the way I live to be an example, so that other people could look at it and reach their whole potential. So yeah, I've always wanted to affect people's lives in a good way. I don't want to make huge and big changes. I just wanted to, like I said, change the course of somebody's life in a good way, and that would make me very happy, and that would make me feel like an actual successful person. Even if I earn a lot of money and a lot of fame or whatever it is that I want in minor ways, the biggest thing I want is for my life to affect somebody else's life in such a way that somebody else's life affects somebody else's life again. Do you get what I mean? I don't know if I'll ever achieve that, but if I achieve it, then I would be the happiest person on earth. And I can't even tell how the DSP felt when Manoj came and told him that because of him he reached there. I mean, the DSP must have felt like it was the biggest achievement of his life, because it is. To be able to affect the life of another, how beautiful that is. I mean, a lot of people affect your life in a bad way, which is very easy to do, but to affect the life of another in such a way that the whole path changes, that the whole perspective changes, and they become a whole better person than they were before they met you. I mean, when a person meets you and becomes even better than they were when they did not meet you, how great is that? So I think we should all try to live our lives in such a way that whenever another life crosses our path, they are changed as well. And I mean it in a good way, in a great way. And I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm trying my best to do it. I'm trying my best to be the kind of person who does not demotivate anybody, rather motivates them in unknown ways that I might also not know. Even when I'm not in people's lives, I just want to be someone who is in their minds and keeps motivating them just by living my own life in a good way. So yeah, I hope you got it. Have a great day, evening, night. Have a great life. Bye.